IMTBS were responsible for the status quo report, which basically was the foundation for the remainder of the project. It involved undertaking a series of expert interviews, desktop research, as well as collecting a series of good practice cases from within the European context, but also broader. And what we were looking for was to broaden the understanding of how students could solve city problems and how we could bring that into an educational format. And that was effectively the focus for this intellectual output, and that provided a foundation for the remainder of the program in terms of delivering the different partners and their challenge projects that they were designing for their regions.
We were in charge of the network roadmap intellectual output in the UCITY Lab project, which consisted of defining and setting up and articulating a local network that would work to resolve the local challenges, both internally, but also in collaboration with students that would be activated in the project. So we think it's a very important step for any sort of project, especially challenge-based projects, because they set up the network, the ecosystem that can work collaboratively to provide answers and be more efficient in doing so.
The core value proposition of the UCITY Lab Challenge Teaching Toolkit is to provide guidance for university lecturers and study program managers to implement a hands-on, real-life and problem-based course module in cooperation with city stakeholders, public authorities, relevant societal representatives, or industry partners. It offers a set of guidelines for developing such a program and tools for its implementation, as well as a selection of teaching and learning practices. As cities in Europe and beyond are faced with serious environmental, economic, and socio-cultural challenges, an engaged citizenship is of growing importance.
The core value proposition of the pilot implementation report is the development of a program that brought together all quadruple helix actors in its design and implementation: companies, public authorities, civil society, and academia. The program was focused on urban challenges and was designed following a challenge-based approach, which was the key to achieve useful and successful outcomes. It was implemented in 4 higher education institutions from 4 different countries, resulting in meaning differences, which instead of bringing barriers, has enriched the project.
UIIN has led the development of the UCITY Lab Learning Platform. For this, we have utilized all the previous outputs that the project has produced, especially the Challenge Teaching Toolkit, the Network Roadmap, and the collection of more than 25 case studies to create a platform for educators at the university level, higher education institution managers, and curriculum designers who want to learn more about challenge project implementation at universities and the benefits that that entails, as well as the processes and approaches that our partners have followed at the institutions.
The students really benefited from being able to apply their knowledge, so bringing theory into a practical setting. The City Council benefited from new ideas about how they could reinvent their city and how they could better connect with the students within the city. But also the reputation of the university was enhanced.
The methodological part was very important for us, but also for the students that were able and had the opportunity to work in a real case with real challenges and real stakeholders, and even possibly in the future, continue working there and implementing their projects.
Students had the chance to conduct meaningful practical research that is applied to concrete urban challenges. This is often lacking from more theoretically oriented curricula.
This was the beginning of a great track record that we are building around smart cities and quadruple helix collaborations. We truly believe that an interconnected ecosystem is the solution for a sustainable world in a triple bottom line approach. This approach brings together the concepts of planet, people, and profit. So, an initiative must minimize environmental impact, maximize the human benefit, and assure the business viability.
From our experience, university educators and curriculum designers who are willing to learn more about challenge project implementation at their institution have benefited quite notably, since I think we have been able to filter all the knowledge that we have gained throughout the lifetime of the project and put it together into the same tool.